And the last one we'll cover before the break is credit and debt. And we'll start with just figuring out where you stand in relation to your credit in the first place. And the way that you can do that is you can download your free annual credit report. And oddly enough, the name of the site where you do this is annualcreditreport.com. Now, you have access to your credit report in a number of different scenarios in terms of when a lender is pulling your credit and things of that nature. However, we all get access no matter what to one full credit report pull every single year. Now, I would pair that with signing up for a credit monitoring service. We've talked about the fact that I highly recommend you signing up for a creditkarma.com or an Experian.com, one that's not just tied to a credit card. So a lot of people say, oh, I see my credit score through my credit card. And you may see the number, but credit monitoring services will typically give you a lot more information, not only in terms of your score and what's impacting it, but also other things that you are eligible for in terms of personal loans that may help you consolidate debt, credit cards based on your score that you may have a high approval for, where you can shift money at high interest rates onto a card with an introductory rate of 0%. This is information that you simply find more of with the credit monitoring service. Now, after you look through that report and determine what you need to do with your credit, we also need to figure out what to do with your consumer debt or debt in general. And consumer debt is something that like different people have different definitions for, but I define consumer debt as debt you owe that does not help you make more money. So an example of that would be a credit card, it would be a car loan, whereas a debt that I wouldn't consider consumer debt per se, doesn't mean that you don't need to attack it when appropriate, would be something like a student loan, right? Like nobody likes student loans, but conceptually, you took out that student loan to help you make more money. So those are things I typically look at, and I try to set a goal each year for how much I want to pay them down if I have that debt coming into the new year. An example is I came into the new year with credit card debt at 0% interest from some things that we had to do on our home last year. If you've heard past episodes, you know we've had some serious trouble with our roof in the past year or so. And I have until March to pay those debts off before any interest accrues. So right at the beginning of the year, I set a goal for how much I need to pay in the first 3 months of the year to make sure that I'm not charged interest on those debts. There may be also things like money you have on a home equity line of credit or your car loan that you're trying to pay off in a faster fashion. And setting that goal lets you chart a path for how much it will take on a monthly basis or a quarterly basis or a bonus basis, if that's what you're using to pay those funds, so that it's at the forefront of your mind when the money comes to pay down the debt.